the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice. Boy, you nice. Heart cold like some water and some ice. Why would you sacrifice? Knowing you could get your body by your side. I know cap. Lie came from dirt, can't go back. You can see it in my eyes.
Have you made it to your 2K TV interview in my career yet?
If so, send us screenshots over social media using the hashtag 2KTV.
And next week, you'll get a behind-the-scenes look at
And it's pretty surreal seeing us inside the game, but also inside the game, if that makes sense. But until then,
and a big issue for teams, Greg, this time of year, keeping players healthy for the long haul. Coaches, we're seeing starting to adjust rotations, keeping an eye on guys' minutes.
And, Kevin, it's such a long season. The teams have to keep the key players fresh. It's not a strategy everyone loves, but it's a necessary concern in today's NBA.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, they've got Jones. Conley out there with Sexton. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Azubuike in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, a big congratulations right to MP, now a multi-time NBA Player of the Week award recipient.
And MP continues to prove he's one of the top players in this league. You look back on the week he's had, and you can't deny he's earned it.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Karl-Anthony Towns. Shooting 1.
And Towns no good on that one. Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl-Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table. Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards. Rising to the raft.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Anderson, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. On offense, here are the Jazz. 4-point game. The rebound by Anderson. Utah comes into this one after the win against the 76ers. Forbes, and he uses the glass on the way forward.
You know, for a sharpshooter like Forbes, guys, getting points inside can only help him be more effective on the perimeter. It actually add a step to his quickness.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive the second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Putting up a goose egg, bagel this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Kicks it out to Jones. Good on the triple.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Pass to Forbes. Now Towns. He's covered by Azubuike. Jones against Edwards. The kick out to Anderson. Wide open. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. A pass to Forbes. Back to Russell. It's tipped. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. I caught up with Chris Finch. His big point of emphasis was that they have to be smarter at the offensive end. He thought both of the losses were due to poor decision-making, missing the open man, getting baited into taking bad shots. He feels at their best, they have to have high percentage scoring opportunities and finish strong. Kevin?
Thanks for the report, D.A. Looking to get into a rhythm early, Greg, with their shooting.
And I think to get into a good flow, you need to get everyone involved, even if it's as a facilitator.
That's right. I mean, the only thing that matters is what the scoreboard shows. I mean, your role is dependent on what the team needs from you at the time. Excel in your role. That's what good teammates do.
Utah shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And we've seen it for years. Despite their regular season success, the Jazz just unable to make much noise in the playoffs. Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild while they could get top value for their stars.
Got a piece of it, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Anderson against Gay. Anderson outside. Just 5 on the clock. 4. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Reed, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. That one misses. Here's the Jazz with the ball. They're on a 9-1 run. Here's Jones. And that one hits back iron.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Edwards can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Jones, the pass to Bogdanovich, and stolen by Russell. And Forbes has it in the corner. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Vanderbilt finds Butler. Outside for Sexton. Back to Jones. From past the arc, it drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And here's Edwards from the arc, and they recover it. Poked away. A 3-ball. Towns trying to get open. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the 3-point bucket. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
No good on the free throw. Utah has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Rudy Gay is out there with Jones. Then it's Conley, and it's Azubuike in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Anderson, following the shot by Rudy Gay. Here is Forbes. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Jones over to help. Prince outside, just 4 to shoot. Forbes can't get it to go. Jazz shooting well, 50% from the floor. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see D'Angelo Russell go to the line here. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Free throw, no good for Russell.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Back to Russell. He dishes it to Anderson. Prince wide open. Nailed from three-point land. Prince has got 7 points in the game. And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Philadelphia played some huge minutes. He scored 41 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. We'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Shot from 12. Utah with the rebound. Azubukic's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ripped away. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here is Forbes. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the defense.
Russell looking around. Azubuike against Towns. Right, we know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
So it's the Jazz now. After the miss from Kyle Anderson, here's Jones. Gay kicks to Jones, and Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making some changes. And so it's the Utah Jazz heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. Ready to move? Here. And welcome Welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You have to like what we've seen from Jones.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anderson. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Outside, Jones. Carries it down low. Jones has got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
And it's Conley with the ball for Utah. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And using the quickness to his advantage there. Sexton getting some momentum behind him so he can put that one down.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 6. Here is Forbes. Outside Edwards. And Jones pulls it down. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Edwards against Jones. Looking to end his cold spell, and that's collected by Gay. Gay's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Now here's Jones. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Here is Forbes. Russell passes to Towns. Anderson right side. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Trying to end the drought. Utah with the rebound. Gay's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Basket counts. 20 points for MP.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Towns. 9 points in the game so far. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
3rd personal foul.
It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. The Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
Reed, he's checked in for Edwards. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Here is Forbes. Banked in off the glass. Forbes has got 5 points so far.
A super high percentage shot there. You just can't allow him to get that close.
Prince against Jones. Pass to Gay. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. No good. Prince with the defensive effort. Timberwolves trail by 10. Here is Forbes. Passes it to Russell. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Anderson's shot is off. Utah's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all.
Well, Rudy Gay was born in Brooklyn. Over 100 NBA players hail from that borough of New York City, making it a hotbed for Hoops Town.
A lot of talent indeed, and Rudy Gay is just one of many stars hailing from Brooklyn. Utah leading by 14. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Jones. Colin Sexton is out there with Conley. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Azubuike in at the center position. Russell kicks to Forbes. Outside Edwards. He feeds it to Towns. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands. He's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Jones for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for three. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
That one is off. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Russell kicks to Edwards. Pass to Anderson. Here is Forbes. 6 to shoot. The 9-foot shot. It's tipped, and they're able to recover. They get the rebound. Towns. And at last, they get one to fall.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
They are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
And player nicknames are a fun part of covering the game. Now, a lot of guys, GA, are just going with their initial, like KD or AD or KG. Do we need more creativity?
I don't know, Kevin. Maybe the league could give guys a cash bonus for picking a nickname. Initials excluded. That might spark some creativity.
Gay dishes to Jones. Tries again. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from. for Utah.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch bells with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. To the paint, here's Russell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Russell kicks to Forbes. Edwards against Gay. Out to Russell. Outside, Towns. Back to Russell. Misses the three.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Not just a scorer. Clarkson is very willing to dish it when a teammate's open.
Back to Russell. And here's Forbes from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Jones. Again, the Jazz score.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Russell. There's the pass to Forbes. Gay against Edwards. Forbes, the pass to Towns.
And now I think they've got to be really careful with the defensive end. They're over the limit much earlier than they should be.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And, you know, we all know how talented Towns is. Now it's time for him to up the ante and do big things in the playoffs.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Gay. And it's Sexton in for Jordan Clarkson. Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's get an update on Colin Sexton with David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Jazz gave us some information. He's currently suffering from shin splints and is in a lot of pain right now. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully we'll see him very soon. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Anderson. Jones against Edwards. Takes the three. Jones, no luck. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They get it back. Here's Towns. And the layup falls.
Towns has excellent size, really long arms, and he uses both to wreak havoc on the offensive boards.
Here's Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
2 shots.
And so Jones nails both of them. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Towns. The kick out to Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Anderson's got it back down within single digits for the Timberwolves. Outside, Jones. There's the triple. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Out to Russell. Inside. Here's Towns. And the officials call traveling violation. And the Jazz call time here. They're up 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment. He's been
Personal foul.
It's the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
At the line for the Jazz, Jones. At the line for two.
And so Jones nails both of them. 1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Russell passes to Towns. Off target at the rim. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Jones with the bounce pass. Jacks up a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Jones has got 37.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Utah, another three.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished. That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Now here's Jones. From deep three-point range, no good. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win.
That's the end of the game.
They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.